You ever wanted to know what the highest ROI of a single item ever is? It's actually crazy when you think about it, but the highest ROI I've ever had on anything, and what I see all the time from really successful people, is a book. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but for literally $20, you can get any book at, I mean, anywhere, libraries, bookstore, even Amazon. And it turns out that it's really the highest ROI when you do it from a calculation. Say you take $20 on a book. Like for example, I bought Fortune's Formula. It was like $10. And what's so good about this book is it taught me about taking risk. And from taking this risk, I'm not from the book specifically, but learning about the idea of taking a risk and why if I take it long enough, I realized that wow, I could actually like go somewhere with taking risk if I average out the wins over time more than loss. And I mean, I've made a couple thousand just from trying to apply taking risk. And I started with like no money. So this is me in college, and probably the highest ROI more than college is a book. I mean, $20 could make me 20,000 this year. Who knows? And it could all spark from an idea in a book. But the problem is that most people don't take it seriously with books like the one I have right here. Kind of skimming through every page, not really thinking about it. Like I could actually add this to my mental lexicon and actually use all that information in my head just like an investment. It's the asset in my head, and that's why the books. I mean, you could really get any book for $20, and it could make you thousands. And if you look at that from a ROI perspective, that's better than freaking cryptocurrency ever will do. I mean, I could hit like a 20,000% increase in ROI from a $20 book if I really applied some of the ideas. It's actually shocking because, I mean, this isn't talked about even in like business school, business classes. ROI like this, you can't get in anything else. And really, it's not directly ROI from the book as, say, a financial asset. But when you think about it as an asset in your head and really using the concept and actually using it, I'm not talking about like, oh, I read this in a book, this is what I learned from it. I actually did something with it. That is what you want to be able to do, is to actually take the $20 you paid for in that book and actually put it to practice. It doesn't work with every book. Same thing like it doesn't work with every investment. Every book probably you could learn something from, but it's the ones that really resonate with you that will get you the most ROI. For me, it's been reading business books. Can't tell you enough how much I've learned. And I really like capitalism because of that. I mean, you really can't get better than that ROI. You really can't. And me starting from literally no money, nothing, and trying to build up at least skills that I can get from books. I mean, I'm getting help with college, but I'm essentially starting at rock bottom. So it's funny thinking about it because now I'm in a few thousand just trading stocks over the past few months, starting from a couple thousand just from working part time. And none of that I would have been able to do if I bought these books I have in my library. I've reread some of them many times just so I can like nail in the concept in my brain and remember that I could actually use this in a setting somewhere. Not only that, but if you think about it from a career perspective, like think of it from moving up in a career, you're moving up in essentially your mental capacity, you're expanding your neuroplasticity with a book and teaching your mind foreign concepts and making it familiar. by setting it in stone in your mind. I mean, there was this video I saw. It was only like 10 seconds, but it was a video of the actual neurons connecting when a new idea happens. And just imagine by the thousands that happens when you're reading a book. Neurons are physically interlinking and they stay in place when you use them. But the problem is that if you don't stimulate brain activity by being bored, you have to be bored, which is why I've noticed that a lot of people my age ain't that smart from scrolling on social media all day. That's not going to return you anything. That actually gets you negative. I mean, imagine scrolling on social media, you see a product that really entertains you, and now you buy it for $20. You lost $20, okay, just to entertain yourself. But if you go out of your way for, say, $20 on a book, you wait a few days for it to get shipped to your house, or you could just go to the library. There's a library everywhere. I mean, mostly everywhere, okay? And that's what the beauty of books is. You could also get an infinity ROI by going to the library and renting the book for free, and you just learned a concept that could just teach you how to make a bunch of money. And you really can't get ROI better than that. Not even real estate has anything like that. I mean, not really anything. The best investment is in your mind, which, I mean, I can't stress enough how it's not talked about. I mean, there's only so many podcasts you can watch and learn something from before you actually sit down, isolate everything around you, and solely learn the concept in books. I mean, it's just something you can't get anywhere else, returns like this. I mean, if every finance guy really knew about returns like this, they would be on top of it. But, sometimes it's about just selling you a product, and it's unfortunate. But I really think anybody can get insane return rates from just buying and reading a book. Now, I will say that I prefer nonfiction books. That's my preference. But I think fiction books are also a good way to go too. It's not my thing, but if you like reading more into fantasy, it could really expand your mind and coming up with new ideas that I really think this world needs more of. And that return rate on that, you really can't get anywhere else. You can't. And I would just like to end the video off by saying you can't get return rates anywhere like this anywhere. I mean, $20 for over 20,000 return rate. I mean, you could calculate it in crazy amounts, anything. But really, if you're not reading books, highly recommend it. And you can't go wrong. I mean, I have Wealth of Nations right here. I know it's reversed, but it's the Wealth of Nations. This one's a good one of just teaching the actual concept of capitalism and money and how money flowed between different time periods. I mean, can't get better than that. It's a good book. I mean, it's pretty long, like 400 pages. Fortune Formula is a really good one. And I mean, I have a lot of ones here. There's one for really sparking the creativity, Blue Ocean Strategy, where it's basically in a sea full of competition. How can you come up with something crazy and that really works that people have created? And I mean, if you really want to go crazy on learning about the actual concept of finance and investing, I definitely recommend The Intelligent Investor. It's a long book, so get ready for that one. But I mean, $20 and that book could teach you everything about investing. The Intelligent Investor. I mean, I could get it for $20 on Amazon. And it could make me tens of thousands of dollars in investing because it teaches me the actual concept of investing that I would have never otherwise had. I mean, I could watch so many podcasts teaching me on about investments, but until I learn the basic concept and actually applying it, you really can't get something like that anywhere else. Not only that, but there's a difference between learning the basics and doing the basics. And can't go wrong. I appreciate if you're still long in this video. I know it's a bit long, but I love making videos that are longer. It really sparks, boredom. It makes you really learn. It allows me to articulate myself. And I really appreciate it, anybody watching this. I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, get a book because you'll learn something. Start with maybe business books. That's a good way because those are more like self-help. They help you become an autodidact. It teaches you the concept of how to source information. That's how you get started in business. You gotta source everything. And I just appreciate it. And don't forget to get yourself a book. Can't stress it enough. I'm telling you.